No pit stops, no strategy, it's all about the pace today. Qualifying day here at the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Hello everybody and welcome back once again to my F1 24 career mode. We are entering the second half of the season. This is round 13. This is the Hungarian Grand Prix. If you haven't seen the last one from Silverstone, do be sure to check that one out before you see this one. And if you are a few episodes behind and you need to catch up, there is a playlist on my channel, F1 24 career mode. You'll find all the installments there. Well, we're in Q1 for the Hungarian Grand Prix, and so far, gotta be honest, I'm not convinced that lap time is going to be enough. So we are going to have to go again. We don't improve though, but it was enough. It's P12, so pretty grim reading considering it's only Q1 and we are that far off. We're half a second slower than Charles Leclerc, so we need to find some lap time here. And that's exactly what we're trying to do for Q2. And it's a better lap this time round as we head into Sector 3. It's still not peachy and we still struggle a little bit with the last couple of corners in particular. But this lap does feel okay at a push and we're going to see where it puts us. I think we are going to be nicely into Q3. And that we are. We secure P4 and we're actually faster than our teammate in that session, so there was a positive there. Q3, however, this is where we really need to deliver a time to put us near the front of the grid, and obviously championship-wise it counts as well, with Lando Norris putting in a charge and making himself known in the title fight. Where are we going to be for this Grand Prix? It looks pretty strong, doesn't it? And actually, we're on the front row for the Hungarian Grand Prix. I will happily take that. And the best thing is, Norris is behind us. It's Fernando Alonso in the Aston Martin who grabs pole for the race here.
Welcome to Budapest once again for another round of Formula One action. Historically, a good race for first-time victories, with Button, Hill, Alonso and Heikki Kovalainen all reaching the top step of the podium for the very first time right here. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. An immense lap from Fernando Alonso yesterday puts him on pole position, and Sunshine completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Leclerc, Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton, Sainz, Ocon, Tsunoda, Gasly, Norris, Albon, Joe, Magnussen, Behrman, Théo Pourchaire, and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the grid. Alongside me here in the commentary box today, former racing driver extraordinaire Naomi Schiff. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate.
A long race round a difficult circuit awaits us. We have 35 laps here at the Hungaroring, and we are underway now with Fernando Alonso getting an absolute flyer from the start there, and George Russell moving up into P2. We're going to try and go around the outside of the Mercedes. Is there a way through? We're going side by side. No, Russell gets a better exit out of one. And we're going to have a look down the inside into two. Are we getting it done? Russell gives us the space. We're going side by side once again, but Russell just holding on to the position. And we drop down into P3. Leclerc right behind us. And Oscar Piastri completing the top five. All in all, not a bad start. I would like to get past George Russell though, and that will give us the best shot at getting towards Fernando Alonso. And at the end of lap one, it's Alonso in the lead. It's Russell about a second behind him, or 9/10 should I say. And we're in P3. And I'm going to have a little dive down the inside of George Russell into one. Once again compromising his line. Russell holding it though. But he's losing time to Alonso the more he fights me, as I try to have a little look down the inside there. But that would have ended in a collision and both cars being out of the race. So I'm not going to fight that there. Rather, I'm going to wait for the DRS zone, as DRS is open at the end of the first lap. So we've got another chance at getting after George Russell, as Alonso sets the fastest lap. He's clearing off into the distance, but I'm now trying to force my Ferrari up into second. Have we got it done for now? But Russell's coming back, and Russell's going to have the inside for turn 3. I'm going to try and go around the outside, but I've gone a bit too high, gone a bit too deep, and Russell just still holding on. And while we're doing that, Fernando Alonso is checking out, but his teammate is blowing out. Lance Stroll out of this race already, and that's going to be a huge concern for Fernando Alonso in terms of reliability. I had hoped that that would have caused a safety car. It just hasn't, and now George Russell is checking out from us, and Charles Leclerc is having a go for third. We're trying to cover off the reigning champion. He needs to have a good race here. He is so far back in the championship, but Leclerc not able to get past us. He's going to have another helping of DRS here, but we're fighting our teammate Leclerc, not able to get through and having to settle for fourth for now. I would like to stay on the podium here and deliver another podium finish, but it's going to be very hard to defend everybody here, and we've got a long race ahead of us. Lap 6 out of 35. Charles Leclerc is within 3/10 of us, and Oscar Piastri is also very close. I don't know where Lando Norris is, but it's a plus for us that he's not right there, but the plus isn't taking that line, and that's going to allow Charles Leclerc a little run on us as we head out of the last corner. But Leclerc got his line a little wrong there, and he's now had to duck back, so that might save us for a lap. Out of the last corner we go, and the run that they get out of that corner compared to me, I may as well have got out and walked for the pace that I've had out of the corner, because they are just able to gain that much time. Right, here we go. This is going to be a look for position from Leclerc now. Surely he's going to look to the inside. I've covered, forced Leclerc in tight, and Leclerc still committing, but he's going to have to back out of that one, I think. And we're still alongside. No, Leclerc not giving up until he's right there. He's making it clear he's right there as he stays around the outside while we're on the inside. And Leclerc still not able to make an overtake there, but he might have a little look for that left kink. No way through there. Meanwhile, end of lap 11, and Alonso is as many seconds ahead as we've had laps. Leclerc trying to go for the outside there, and Leclerc now getting the inside. I've gone for a little cheeky manoeuvre here. Let him go, get the DRS, get back past. That's exactly what we've done. Leclerc getting a little bit too far ahead there, so I'm hoping I can pull this off. Back down the inside of my teammate we go. Back into P3 we go. And yeah, Alonso still pulling out quite quickly, and Russell pulling away as well. So this really is a battle for third. The front two are gone, and we're something of a mobile chicane in P3 as we now pit in for the first time, and this will be our only pit stop in this Hungarian Grand Prix. We're going to go from the mediums to the hards because the mediums are just not working anymore. So lap 16, we've got 20 laps to do on these tyres, and we're being held up due to an issue with the tyres, but we're also being held up because of cars coming out of the pit lane. It's a disaster pit stop for us. 4.9 plus another couple of seconds when we're held up for Hamilton and Verstappen, and that drops us further down. So a race that was already not quite peachy for us getting even more miserable, and Lando Norris is now the car that is directly behind as I'm trying to find a way past the 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton, the driver that is so often labelled as the GOAT, trying to find a way through. Verstappen is ahead of him, and Max is trying to get clear in the Red Bull, but I'm coming after the pair of them. I want my P3 back. Are we even going to have it back? Leclerc is comfortably ahead as I dive down the inside of Lewis Hamilton. There's Leclerc slotting in ahead of Verstappen. We took the opportunity while they were backed up to have a look at Hamilton, and then we were able to get past. Now we're on the rear of Verstappen and Leclerc, and it's lap 17 with half the race still left to go. This could get quite interesting moving forward. I don't want to be stuck in P5. I want to be getting after the cars ahead. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to try and pass Max Verstappen down the straight. We're very close. We've got DRS. We've got overtake. We've got everything. And we might even be able to pass them both here. Verstappen has a look at Leclerc. I'm going to take the outside line, try and sneak through. No, Leclerc boxing me in a little bit there. Leclerc is now going to get past Verstappen, surely. They're side by side heading into 3. And I think Leclerc has the advantage. No, he doesn't. Verstappen is ahead. And Verstappen backs him up. And that's going to back Leclerc up here. We're going to have a run. We're going to try and get him round the outside of the left-hander. And we've got him up into P4. What an overtake on our teammate that was. That was sheer bravery there. Having complete faith in our teammate that he wouldn't give me a massive swipe. And in fact, Leclerc's got a problem of his own. He's got a puncture. Charles Leclerc's miserable season carrying on, getting worse here. He scored no points in Silverstone after a spin. He's going to score no points here after a puncture. Right rear puncture on Charles Leclerc's car. It is not a good day to be Charles Leclerc, but it's a better day to be us as we're now having a go at Max Verstappen at the Red Bull. Are we going to be close enough here? It's going to have to be a bit of a brave dive down the inside, but we're able to go for it and catch Verstappen napping a little bit, which is very hard to do considering, hi, that's Max Verstappen, but we do catch him napping and move up into the top 3. And that's where we want to stay for another podium. We've got an Alpine pulling out of the race. I think that, I'm not sure which one that is. I think that might be Zhou. I will have to double check at the end of the race. Lap 26 out of 35. Lando Norris is now on us. He's got past Verstappen. He's going to want a go down the inside. I'm not letting that happen. Lando going one side. He kind of dummied us here. He's having a look to the inside. He's getting through. We're going to use overtake and try and drain the battery for this little straight here. And we're trying to force Lando a little bit wider. And that's what we've done. Norris still trying to hold on, but he'll have to back out of that. And we hold on to P3 in this Hungarian Grand Prix. And we're still pushing to try and keep the gap. It was Zhou that retired from the race with an engine problem then, because we got Pierre Gasly spinning at turn 1. So Alpine's day going from bad to worse. And with 2 laps left in this race now, Lando Norris is having another look down the inside. He's really getting aggressive there. But we've gone deep. That might allow Lando Norris through. It has not allowed Lando Norris through. He's going to have another go here. I'm really not giving him that much room. Just the width of an F1 car. But Norris is taking it, and he's got past. Lando Norris moving into P3 ahead of us. That's a great overtake by the British driver. Trying to send it up the inside, but the only thing I send is my car sideways. But we have stayed with him as we come round to start the final lap of this Hungarian Grand Prix. It is going to be a grandstand finish for 3rd, but we just seem to be a little too far back at this stage. Can we get close enough to attempt to move? We're taking a dive down the inside, and Norris caught out by that. He does give us the space, and we're able to make it through, but Norris trying to come back at us, not quite able to come back at us. As I hold the line, it's up into P3 once again on this final lap of this Hungarian Grand Prix. I've hit the curb, I'm going wide. Norris has gone into me here, and now he's going round the outside of the long right-hander. Norris getting back through. We're taking the dive down the inside of the chicane. Surely we don't make the corner. Yes, we do. What a move this is. What racing action we've got here at Budapest on the last lap. Who says you can't pass round here? But it's Fernando Alonso who brilliantly wins this race. George Russell will get 2nd. And now we wait in the time it takes to make a cup of tea, maybe a jammy Dodger or 2. But we're going to cross the line and finish P3. But there's a lot to be said about the pace of this car, that we're half a minute behind, but still it's P3, and a hard-fought P3 in the end, with Lando Norris getting 4th, and we do gain some points in the championship. Wow, that was a good ending, wasn't it?
What a day it's been for Fernando Alonso. It's victory, and what a victory.
There was never a moment of doubt today. You could tell that they completely had it under control, and that is a sign of greatness.
It's time to present the top drivers with their trophies for today's Grand Prix. And there are a lot of people in the paddock very happy with this result. It's Aston Martin on the top step. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
Fernando Alonso is your Hungarian Grand Prix winner, just dominating the race from the start. George Russell takes second, and we're in third, 33 seconds off the lead. Norris and Verstappen close behind, with Hamilton and Perez also getting interested, and Piastri also waiting in the wings. Tsunoda and Sainz round out the top 10. In fact, everyone was pretty much with that fight, so everybody catching up there. But this is the championship standings moving forward. The gap up to 35 points to Norris. Verstappen 51 points, and Alonso making himself known as a potential contender for the championship. Russell in 5th, Hamilton 6th, Leclerc still in 7th, but losing all the more points, and Piastri staying in 8th. And in the Constructors, Ferrari still leading, but Mercedes and McLaren are just closing in. Well, thank you for watching this instalment of Career Mode. Don't forget to leave a like and hit subscribe if you're new here and you want to see more content from me. Until the next time, I've been Joe, TTFN, ta-ta for now, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.